But we were going over our life and how wonderful it's been. And starting out with you and Daddy in Pensacola after you rode the bus after getting married. Daddy got his wings. Do you remember that? Daddy got his wings, and you two weren't allowed to be married before that. But he got his wings, and you got married with Bill and Rhoda Glunk right after that. And you and Daddy went aboard a bus and rode the bus across to Pensacola from Jacksonville. On the bus, you met Jaime, who was married to Eunice. And because you couldn't find any housing in Pensacola, you ended up living with the bus driver and his wife Eunice for many months. Then Daddy was shipped overseas in World War II. And he and you wrote many, many love letters, of which I've read you many, and I have many more for you. Hence, Rick was born, your son. And then fast forward, Daddy came home. Then he was called back for the Korean War. Hence, I was born. Then Daddy finally came home from the war, and we started a wonderful, wonderful life in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. Daddy started out by stocking grocery shelves. Here, Mom, here's a, there you go. You can use this, okay? Use this. Here, I'll get it. Close your eyes. Stocking grocery shelves in a grocery store, and ended up being president and CEO of that company. And then off we went to Topeka, Kansas, which I fondly call the hellhole of the world. Nice people, but not a lot else. And we went and lived a wonderful life there. Rick was going to college, earning many degrees so that he could be a brilliant financial guy and help us. After Daddy left, he has a house on Figure 8 Island, which I've never heard of, but I guess it's off the coast of North Carolina, and a house in Park City, Utah, which is a very beautiful place with lots of skiing and good for him. They have 3 daughters, Carrie, Kimmy, and Courtney Katzenbach. Kimmy, the oldest, has 2 kids, Carter and Emily. Carter and Emily are both stars. They're both superstars in what they do. Carter goes to Georgia Tech. I think Emily, I forget where Emily's going, but okay, so then we got Carrie. Carrie's got Chloe and Claire. Chloe's off playing basketball and got scholarships. Claire's on her way. Then we have Courtney, who lived her life a little differently. She was never really into a lot of competition. Brilliant. And finally, she met the man of her dreams, Joe, a peanut farmer, and now is living the life she's always wanted on a peanut farm. She has 2 children, Walker and, oh dear, I'll think of it, Riley, I'm sorry. And they're very young, and she's just living the life. So everybody's doing really good. My son Victor, who you and Daddy helped me bring him up, and I'm so thankful for it because he's quite a guy. He has, after being in the Navy and going over to Iraq and fighting for our country just like Daddy, has opened up a microbrewery with Jordy who was his best friend, and they are very, very successful. He has 2 children, 2 boys, Hayne and Drew, and they are gorgeous. They're now, I think, 10 and 12. There you go. And they're the nicest kids. The one looks exactly like Victor, and Drew looks exactly like Ellie. And they're living the family dream. And I'm so proud of them and so glad for them. All of us know how to love, and we know how to love because you taught us. You and Daddy, as I called June and Ward Cleaver, always loved us, and even though sometimes they didn't like what we were doing, they were always there to support us and love us. So hopefully, Mom, we've passed that down to our kids. Hopefully our families and their families and the families after them will just keep that love and caring and support that you and Daddy instilled in us. Okay, I'm going to stop now for now. I can see you're starting to go to sleep. But you might say, goodbye, Rick. Say goodbye, Rick. I love you. I love you. And I'll see you on Sunday.
Dream on, little dreamer, dream on.